So I was hoping to get out here and retest my pistachio gunpowder I made out of pistachio shell, because if you remember, Patch took out my chronograph, and I did record that last shot, that third shot. It was 1767. But let me show you the cover that I made so you can see how I overcame any oops in the future with at least a patch. Apologize for the wind, guys, but today it is what it is. It's just a 1/4-inch piece of plexiglass just sitting on top. It's good enough for this. And I am using chutes in 4F. $18.28. And I am using 80 grains by weight. There's that first patch, disintegrated, but it's cleaner than some of the other stuff that I've used. Now, I'm gonna just keep going to get you some numbers, mostly for me. $17.91. So there's that patch. I'd say it's fairly clean. I would say so, just like the last time. Well, you seen it before I did, or did you? Let me go get a close-up. I think that new cover is kind of obscuring the number, because I can't see it from here. 1777. Gotta tell you, that lock's getting a little dirty after the third shot with chutes in 4F. $17.60. Once again, $17.77. Let's see if I can find the patch, and I'll meet you all in the shop and give you the final numbers and my opinion about pistachio shell gunpowder. All right, continuing on with the pistachio shell black powder. 5-shot average 1786.6 with a spread of 68. Now, I recorded another video previous to this. You'll see that in a few days because I want to get this one uploaded first. But I'm a little curious, okay? I won't tell you what the previous gunpowder was, but I used the same target. Okay? Now, to keep everything separated, I put a P for pistachio. You can see where the arrow went somewhere in here. That was shot number 1. Shot number 2 went right here. Shot number 3 went over here. Shot number 4 went down here. And shot number 5, let's see, where's the 5P? Well, actually, I forgot to put the P, but this is it right here. I would query why those shots, why that group was spread out more so than when I tested pistachio the first time, when I took out my chronograph. That was the 5-shot group, 30 yards. The only difference, guys, is that when I tested it the first time compared to this time, the difference was the powder that I was using in my flash pan. Because this, I used pistachio in the lock. This time I used chutes in 3F. I'm just curious. See what you guys think. That group open up like that because of the chutes in the flash pan? I I really don't know. Or could it be the cross ones because it was a little breezy today? And I would tend to say no to that thought process, but that's interesting that group opened up like that with the same gunpowder, same amount. The only difference is the other day I was using pistachio in the flash pan. Interesting. Now I have another question I want to ask you guys and see what you think about this, because I really don't know. I've talked to a couple of buddies of mine about these spreads when it comes to, shooting across a chronograph. Such as this pistachio today, I had a spread between the high and the low of 68. What is an acceptable spread? I've shot gunpowders before, like with the Osage Orange, if I remember correctly, it only had a spread of 33. That's obviously acceptable, but at what point do the spreads become unacceptable as far as, black powder is concerned, and whether you really want to keep making black powder with what some might consider an extreme amount of spread between your high and low. And with that thought in mind, talking to a buddy of mine regarding this, when do the differences in the spreads really become, when do they really become a usable number? In my mind, it's when you have to shoot over long distances and you've got to keep in mind the Coriolis effect, which is the rotation of the Earth compared to the speed of your projectile. And obviously something that has a spread of 33, like if I'm remembering correctly, my Osage Orange did, you wouldn't have to try to compensate so much for the rotation of the Earth, whether you're shooting east or west or even north and south. So I'm just curious to see what you guys think about this. So basically the question is this: do these spreads really matter to you if you're shooting a short distance? So like if I'm shooting a short distance with the pistachio, say 50 yards, 40 yards, 30 yards, I get, the low was 1760. Well, obviously, throwing out the shoots in 4F, excuse me, compared to what I did the other day with pistachio when I took out my chronograph. And I will tell you guys, it did record that third number, and that third number was 1767. So that's really right in line with what I've got right now as far as numbers are concerned, but I have a much different group, and again, these are all at 30 yards. At what point do you really need to keep in mind the differences between your great number and your low number, your spread, unless you're really shooting over long distance, and you do need to keep in mind the Coriolis effect. Let me know what you guys think. So anyhow, thanks for watching this video. I'll get this uploaded, and in a few days from now, I will do what hopefully is going to be my very last one, because like I said, I've gotten everything that I need as far as homemade black powder is concerned. So everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you'll take a moment, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your bestest of buds. Bye.